Today in Bedwars Creative, I'm going to show you how to create your very own scripted spleef map from start to finish. Be sure to like and subscribe. So the map code is split into 3, you can find it within the video, so make sure you keep watching. And that being said, let's get on into the script build. Okay, so just so everyone understands how it works before we get into where everybody stands outside, and this door basically locks when I click this button. So there's start spleef and there's also see the winners. So what we can do, we can actually start this, right? If we start this, everyone's got to run. Everyone's just falling, dude. They basically battle it out and it just works out so smooth. So huge shout out to Kevin actually making this video work for you guys. So look, they're gonna work their way all the way down until they reach the magma block, right? Okay, so when they actually hit the magma block, they'll basically die instantly and they'll get a prompt saying that they hit rock bottom. It's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click stop, okay? And what this does, this basically rebuilds the map, all right? And then you can basically play it again. So when everyone does fall into the void, basically, right, if you click see the winner, it will pop up on the side saying who actually won. So if you have multiple rounds, the person with the most wins will pop up on that prompt. So that's basically how it works. Now let's get into scripting it. I'll do my best and explain it. So firstly, I'm going to be using a different software other than the in-game scripting thing, but let me show you how this works if you don't have a different scripting software to write this code. It makes life so much more easier, so I recommend it. VS Code. I'll leave a link in the description. When you start the match, you will basically want to click on the top right and click scripts. Remember, this video is going to be super slow, so make sure you keep watching. I'll try going at a steady speed, but feel free to pause. So when you're in this, you want to name your script. It doesn't really matter. You can name it gibberish. It doesn't matter at all. As you can see, you can start typing da, right? So there's a save button here. You want to always click save when you get a particular point and stop the script, click save, run. And if the save button is faded out, that means you just want to simply click spacebar and then you can click save. All right. Pretty easy. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop into the software and then we're going to build this. And then we'll sort out placements and everything like that afterwards. So now we're in VS Code, we need to write a couple scripts. So we want to write local red team equals null. And what we're going to do, we're going to do that again, but with blue team null. Is go down 2 lines and type 4 underscore comma team in pairs team service dot get all teams. Make sure you include all the caps and follow exactly what I do on screen. In bracket, out bracket, and then you want to put do, all right? And then you want to go down 1 line and type if team.name equals red, close bracket, then red team equals team, else if bracket team.name equals blue, close comma, then next line, blue team equals team. And then you simply want to type end. So now we want everyone to actually join red team, right? 4 underscore comma player in pairs, bracket player service, little dot, get players, and then the brackets, and then you close it, and then do if player dot name, that little weird line thingy, equals beef plays or your name, okay? So you want to replace this part with your name as the host. Then, next line, team service dot set team, bracket player, comma red team, right? And then we're basically going to repeat this, right? So we want to write else, and the next line, team service dot set team, bracket player, comma blue team. I wrote a dot there, but make sure you make it a comma. That was a little typo on voiceovering. So just copy the red team, right? And then you want to write end. And then boom, you're done with that part of the script right there. What this part of the script does is it will team everyone on the red, but not the host. So it's pretty cool. Now we need functions, right? So write local enabled equals false. And then we're going to be doing a lot of locals here, right? So local deleted blocks position equals that weird bracket thingy. I can't remember what it's called. Local player wins equals that weird bracket. Local playing players equals bracket. Make sure you include the space. Local. Then you want to write C winner spawn pos, short for position, equals that weird, thing. And then you want to write local prompt spawn position with the weird thing again. All right. Next up, local white wool equals that weird thing again. And then local barrier positions equals that weird thing again. There you go. So that's that part of the script. So make sure you pause the video and type all of that, and then we'll continue. Now we need to make the prompts sharp, right? So this is the start stop. Prompt spawn pos equals block service dot get all blocks bracket, that weird bracket, item name wool green. Make sure it's all capital letters throughout the whole code, and copy exactly how it says on the screen, otherwise it just won't work. I'll also leave the Bedwars script spreadsheet so you guys can get the codes of every single block if you guys want it. Prompt spawn pos equals prompt spawn pos square brackets 1 dot position. Then you want to go down 2 lines to 35 and write C winner spawn pos equals block service dot get all blocks bracket weird bracket item type dot gold block. All right, so this is going to be your leaderboard. Okay, so you can just change it to what you want. Make sure you follow it throughout the script though, otherwise it just won't work. All right, I am trying my best to kind of make it real time because obviously I am voiceover in this, so it is going to be really slow and could be out of time a little bit, but bear with me. Now write C winner spawn pos equals C winner pot spawn pos square brackets 1 close brackets dot position. Now write local spawn prompt equals prompt service dot create prompt brackets hold. Don't forget about the speech marks, alright? Make sure you copy exactly what I'm doing on the screen, and then write comma, and then you want to write start the beefy spleefy or the spleefy beef or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. This is what's going to show on the block within the game, like you saw at the start of the video. And then you want to write comma prompt spawn pos on the end of that, okay? And make sure you close the bracket on the end. Spawn prompt dot dot set activation distance bracket 10. So you basically change this on how far you actually want to see the prompt showing up. Now you want to write spawn prompt dot dot set hold duration bracket 1. This basically tells the prompt when interacted with, it'll take 1 second for it to begin. So write local C winner prompt equals, and then next line C winner prompt, and then you want to write the exact same thing again, okay? So we're basically copying each line from above, but slightly different, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to copy paste the top line. We're going to paste it. We're going to do the exact same for this one. There we go. And this one as well. Okay. So the bottom line is going to be the C winner prompt. So you want to change this, right? So see the leaderboard or see the winner, whatever. This is the golden block, all right? So you want to change that. And you also want to change this to C winner prompt. And that will basically tell the script to work together, right? So here we go. So that's basically that. So what we're going to do, we're going to put another pause on the video. Okay, so I hope all this makes sense. So white wool equals block service dot get all block bracket weird bracket item type dot wool white. All right, so here we go. Make sure everything's the same, capital letters throughout. For index with a capital I, comma wool in pairs, open bracket white wool close bracket do print open bracket wool dot position close bracket. Okay, so now type barrier positions with the square open bracket, hashtag barrier positions plus 1 with the square brackets and remove the one on the position. And then there you go. Equals wool dot position. Now type block service dot destroy block bracket wool dot position and then write end. And then there you go. That's that segment done. What this part of the script does is it finds the white wool that we used for the door, right? And it also replaces it with a barrier position when the match is started. That's basically how it works. So it's pretty cool. Right, let's get on into the next part of the script. Now we need to make the barriers spawn when we trigger it, right? So local function, replace, bracket, close bracket, next line, for underscore dash position in pairs, close bracket, barrier positions, do, local old block equals block service dot get block at position, bracket, close bracket. If old block, make sure you, is cap sensitive, so make sure you do that. Then block service dot destroy block brackets position, right? So there you go, that's that part of the script. And then you want to make sure you stick end times 2. And then let's start on line 68. For index, capital I, dash position in pairs, open bracket, delete blocks, locks, position, close bracket, do, local block equals block service dot get block at, if open bracket not block, then next line, blocks service dot place block, open bracket, item type dot snow, capital, make sure you keep all capital letters there, dash position, close bracket, next line. Now you want to write end twice, here we go, alright, and then we want to set a new line, and we want to write deleted lock position equals weird bracket, end. Alright, so that's that segment. So basically what this does, this places a snow block on every position in like the table. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so type local function start, open bracket, for underscore slash position, make sure you spell it right, in pairs, close bracket, barrier positions, do, next line, local old block equals block service dot get block at open bracket position close bracket 2 lines down, if open bracket old block close bracket, then next line block service dot destroy block open bracket position close bracket end. Okay, so a little bit more, there's just like one more line remaining on this. So local barrier equals block service dot place block, open bracket, item type dot capital letters barrier, underscore position, close bracket, end. Okay, so what that does, it basically destroys all barrier blocks. Next, let's write for index, make sure you include that capital I, slash players in I pairs, open bracket, players service dot get players, open bracket, close bracket, do, scroll down and type local team equals team service dot get team, open bracket, players, scroll down, if open bracket team, close bracket, and team dot name with squiggle, blue, then next line, playing players, and then what you want to do is do a square bracket and type in player equals true. All right, make sure you copy exactly what's on screen and end. Next, what you want to do is while task wait with the dot in the middle, you want to type in open bracket 0.05, so this will take half a second to be able to actually get it. Do if open bracket enabled, then local players equals 0. Scroll down a little bit. For underscore slash underscore in pairs, open bracket playing players close bracket do, next line, you want to type in players equals players add 1, next line end, print players open bracket close bracket, and then you want to go down again and type in if open bracket players above the value of 1, close bracket, then next line for index slash players in pairs, player service dot get players, open bracket, close bracket, do local entity equals player dot get entity, open bracket, close bracket, and then 2 lines down you want to type in if open bracket not entity, then print open bracket there was no entity, right? And then basically that will print it within the game, close bracket, and then scroll down again and type in continue, and that's it. That's it for that part of the script. Okay, next we need to create a script where basically this part checks for the blocks around you and it stores it into the table, right? So you want to write local position equals entity dot get position, open bracket, dash vector 3 dot new, open bracket 0 slash 5 slash 0, close bracket. Alright, don't forget about the open bracket, close bracket after position. And we're basically going to repeat this, right? So local block equals the weird open bracket. 1 line down, you want to write blocks, square bracket, 1 close square bracket equals block service dot get block at open bracket position, close bracket, right? And then what we want to do, we basically want to make sure that everything's capital letters. Let's just scroll up. Yeah, that's right. Make sure you keep an eye out for the secret codes split into 3. Alright, so what we want to do, we want to copy and paste this 5 times, right? And we want to replace it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the blocks. Okay, so now on the right, we need to write the little dashes. So minus, plus, minus, plus. And when on the minus one, we want to write vector 3 dot new and write the color code kind of thing again, alright? And we're going to do this 4 times, so it's just a case of copy and paste, and we'll edit it from there, right? So look, now we got that done. The last 2, we want to switch to 1 on the end and 0 on the front. And then there we go. Alright, so that's that step done. What we want to do now is scroll down and do for index slash block in pairs, open bracket blocks, close bracket do, next line if open bracket block and open bracket block slash block type equals item type dot snow, close bracket, then next line down you want to write in local pos equals block dot position, and 2 lines down you want to write block service dot destroy block, open bracket pos, close bracket, block service dot place block, open bracket item type dot void block, right? So this is the snow script because we want the void block to be the snow block, and ending out with pos close. Next line down you want to write in delete blocks position, square, open bracket, hashtag delete blocks position, plus 1, close bracket, equals pos, right? So there we go. That's part of the script. We'll pause here. We got to create a yield function so it doesn't yield, right? So we want to type in task.spawn function, open bracket, close bracket, next line down, task.wait, open bracket 0.5, close bracket, one down, local void block equals block service dot get block at open bracket pos, close bracket, next line down, 2 lines down, if you type in if open bracket void block, close bracket, and open bracket void block dot block type equals item type dot void block right here, and then type in then. 1 down you want to type in block service dot destroy block and open bracket pos, then just type in end to end basically, and then close it off. So looks like we did a problem. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot to click the function. Yeah, so you have to put like a little mark before the function on the top, just after task.spawn. What this function will do, what I'm about to write, will basically tell the script when somebody stops stepping on a snow and falls into the magma block, right? To end the game, basically. So else if open bracket block, close bracket, and open bracket block dot block type equals item type dot magma block, close bracket, then if open bracket playing players, square bracket players, close square, close normal bracket, then message service dot send error, open bracket player slash you hit rock bottom. All right, so that's what we want to be broadcast in chat cliently when that happens. Okay, so that's basically half of it. So the next part, what we need to do, we need to type end again. Okay, and then now we're going to write blocks equals weird bracket. What next line down, we're going to type end, and we're going to pause it here because we scroll down in a second. Okay, let's write something just in case if there's only one player in the game. So else if open bracket players equals 1, close bracket, then one line down local winner equals nil, one line down 4 player dash alive in pairs, open bracket playing players, close bracket do, one line down, winner equals player, and if player wins, square bracket winner, close square bracket, then one line down, you want to type in player wins, square bracket winner equals player wins, open bracket square, winner plus 1, and basically what this does, it gets the final player within the game playing, and it basically sets the winner to the leaderboard. So it's pretty useful, and it's definitely a vital part of the script. Do use all of it though, otherwise it's just not going to work. Next up, we need to write enabled false. Okay, so enabled equals false. Make sure it's lowercase. I made that mistake. Spawn prompt set object text. Make sure it's case sensitive, so make sure you get it right. Open bracket start the spleefy beef. All right. Okay, so this is basically going to announce it to the game. Block service dot destroy block. Open bracket prompt spawn position. Under it, you want to type in block service dot place block. Open bracket item type dot clay dark green. All right. So now you want to prompt spawn position and close the bracket and go down 2 lines. Message service dot broadcast open bracket winner dot name dot 1 the spleef. Okay, so that will basically say to everybody who actually won in the game. So 2 lines down, you want to type in replace open bracket close bracket playing players equals weird bracket. Under it, you want to type in return, and you want to click else, and player wins square bracket winners equals 1. Enabled equals false. We'll pause here for a second. If you've got up to this point of the video, be sure to like, subscribe, as it really helps YouTube algorithm out. And thank you ever so much for watching this part of the video. Don't worry, it hasn't ended. This is just a brief, take a break, alright? Breathe a little, and then we'll get back on into it. So far, it's taken me 6 hours to voice over this video. So make sure you drop that like. Okay, so spawn prompt set object text open bracket start the spleefy beef. All right, and then 1 line down you want to write block service dot destroy block open bracket prompt service spawn position. 1 line down block service dot place block open bracket item type dot clay dark green slash prompt spawn position. Okay, so next line down, message service, make sure you spell it right, I spelled it wrong during the recording of this, dot broadcast, open bracket, winner, dot name, dot 1 the spleef. Okay, so at this point you want to say replace, open bracket, close bracket, a line down, playing players equals weird bracket, return end else, right? And then just next to this, you want to write print, open bracket, and you want to write return, okay? And then return, end, and end. So there we go. Make sure you fix that typo. So now let's create the broadcast message, right? So what you want to do, you want to type in spawn prompt on activated, open bracket, functions, open bracket, player, close bracket, one line down, local team equals team service dot get team, open bracket, player, close bracket, two lines down, you want to write if open bracket team dot name equals blue, close bracket, and open bracket, enabled equals false, close bracket. Then under it, you want to write enabled equals true. Two lines down, you want to write spawn prompt set object text, open bracket, stop the spleefy beef. And then one line down, you want to type in block service. I think I misspelled that again. Dot destroy block, open bracket, prompt spawn position. Below that, message service dot broadcast, open bracket, starting the spleefy beef. Best name ever. And just above it, you want to type in block service dot place block, open bracket, item type dot clay red, prompt spawn pos. Alright, so below that we want to type in start, open bracket, close bracket, else if, open bracket, team dot name equals blue, close bracket, and open bracket, enabled equals true, close bracket, then enabled false. Below that, you want to type in spawn prompt set object text. It basically changes the object text, right? So open bracket, start the spleefy beef. So after we write that, below that, what you want to do, you want to write in block service, destroy block. If I can spell it right. There we go. Open bracket, prompt spawn pos. Below that, block service dot place block. Remember, it is case sensitive. Okay, so place block, perfect. Open bracket, item type dot clay dark green, prompt spawn pos, close brackets, task dot wait, open bracket 0.6. Below that, you want to write replace, close bracket, end. Right, so let's pause here. Okay, so you want to write C winner prompt on activated, open bracket function, open bracket player, close bracket, local most wins equals 0, local winner name equals local draw equals false, for player underscore wins in pairs, open bracket player wins, close bracket do, if open bracket wins equals most wins, close bracket, then draw equals true. Next, winner name equals winner name, and player name. Make sure you spell that correctly. Make sure you pause the video when the time comes. Else if, open bracket, wins, shark teeth, most wins, close bracket, then draw equals false, winner name equals player dot name, space dot name. Under that, you want to type in most wins equals wins, end, end. All right, let's pause. We're basically at the end of the script now. So if you type in if open bracket most wins equals 0 close bracket, then message service dot send info open bracket player comma no one close bracket, else if open bracket draw equals true close bracket, then message service dot send info open bracket player comma winner name dot are in a tie, else, and then what you want to do, you want to copy and paste this like this, and you want to change it up. Okay, so make sure you pause the video after I finish editing this, because it's quite confusing. All right, make sure you don't miss anything. Right, here you go. So you want to put everything in here, and you also want to reword this. Okay, so you want to write this dot most wins dot. Okay, and then you want to close the bracket off and end with the little thing on the end. So make sure you pause the video and do this, and that is it with the script. So now we have to actually put that into the game. Dude, that was not noob friendly. That was really complex, and that took absolutely ages to write, and then I had to do a voiceover. It took probably a total of 10 hours to get that whole video done, right? So here we go. So what we want to do, we want to create a map. Okay, let me show you straight. So you just simply want to click on the void or any map, all right, and click create match. We want to load into that game, and I'll be back when we get into it. So when you get into the game, you need to make sure that you click on blue team, okay? Blue team is the admin of the group, okay? The owner of the group or the person on blue team will not be able to play the Spleef game unless if you switch game mid-round, all right? So what we want to do, we want to click start. Firstly, we want to get everything set up. So we're going to head over to scripts and paste our script after we create a name on it straight in here. So this is our script. We've completed it and just stuck it straight in here. We want to click save and stop. All right. We don't want it running in the background or anything. So look, now we've got this set up. What we need to do, we need to get our blocks. So the command's not actually working at the minute. So what I'll do, I'll type that in. So I have infinite snow. So what I want to do, I want to place this snow down, right? Place, that's completely fine. And then what we want to do, we want to also get white wool, right? So you have to make sure you place everything, otherwise the script won't work. So we need to get white wool. So now we've got a white wool. This is our door. This is our entrance to get people into it, okay? So now that's set up, what you need to do, you need to get magma blocks. So the magma blocks would go underneath the last stand. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how the spleef works. You know, you drop down platforms until there's nobody left. All right, so let's just make a mini one. So here we go. So this is the bottom floor. This is where people die. So make sure you do have PvP on. So we've got our magma blocks, and we also have our door entrance, right? So you place your gold block. And you also place your trigger block, right? Where you want to start the match. So give beef wool green, okay? So let me put this down. So here's our 2 starting blocks. I think we got everything placed. So what we need to do now, actually start the script. So let's run the script, and as you can see, it all shows up and it all works. So you can stand on the blocks right now, what is super good. But look, we can see the winners. So it pops up in the corner, and we can also start the obby, right? So we've started it, it turns red, and we can jump on these blocks. But the thing is, I do need extra people to be able to actually get it working. So if you have one other person, like only you should be on the blue team if you're hosting it, as the host cannot actually play. Unless if you switch teams mid-game. But that's basically how it works. You'll get a nice message when you hit the ground, and the last person standing will show up on the winner's bench. So that's basically the video. I hope you guys did find yourself enjoying it, and I hope you found all 3 pieces of the code if you're too lazy to actually make the really long 200-word script. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Subscribe and like. This video took so long. Oh, also, every time you load up the game, make sure you replace all of these blocks. So as an example, I'm going to pick up all of this. So look. So when you get into the game, what you want to do, you want to disable the script, yeah? So when you're in the game, you've just loaded in, you need to disable the... So these are the 3 things you need to place or replace after every time you leave or rejoin. So what you need to do, you need to replace this. So if this is already placed down, you need to break it, replace it, place... And you also want to place the green as well. And then you want to place the wool. And then that's all you have to do every single time. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to actually get it to start up using this script automatically, unfortunately. without being able to rechange the blocks. Like my current updated version, it works, but you can't customize the position, right? But this version works. So you guys can create your own, all right? We took you in consideration. So now all of that's been placed. What we want to do, we want to start it like this, and it should run. Look, so we click run, and yes, okay, so it's all set up, and it's reset. This block disappears, and as soon as you start the obby, it basically blocks you, right? You can't get past it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next time. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.